As you guys know, we're big fans of M54 motors on this channel. They typically come in 135s, 335s, 535s. Where they most definitely do not come in is this $1,000 BMW I bought on Facebook a couple weeks ago. With all the supporting mods on this M54, it's capable of like 1,000 horsepower. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. No brakes, I'm not playing. I've done motor swaps, I've done trans swaps, I've done everything you can do with a car except for put motors that don't belong in the car. That motor don't belong in there, but we're gonna make it fit. I gotta pull the M54 out, but somehow it blew up. Some asshole had to do that. Now that we got the whole front end off, it's always important to make sure that you drain all of the oil out of your car before pulling the motor. Now this motor was treated with great care. In my 3 days of ownership, I changed the oil 7 times. That's a lot more oil than I normally put in cars. Number one most important step, and I can't stress this enough, I actually have a 23-part series, link in my description. It's a full guide on how to pull motors. So now at this step, you're gonna make sure that your motor has no resale value at all. So there's no oil in the vehicle, and we're gonna go ahead and rev the piss out of it. Hear that?
No.
You can't hear it, you said? That means your motor's fucked. Yes, sir. Turn the M upside down, it's an N now.
No drizzy.
File shit M54 is out. Brand new, squeaky clean.
Didn't this thing run a little hot?
Oh my God, look at the smoke. No, that was another.
Oh, that was the fuel gauge. You're right.
Yeah. The coolest thing about this E46 is it's black.
Oh.
No,
What's that mean?
No. This car came from Texas and everything is smaller in Maryland. So there's no rust in here, which is insane. Clean C46 for $1,600.
What's the tape measure for?
The tape measure, right there.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't getting no black belts with that measurement. The engine mount length, oh God. From the middle of each stud is about 23.5, but that's for M54 fitment. M, your mom, your mother. This is an M54 subframe. 22.75. 0.75 is the difference. So I'm gonna slot out the M54 ones, 0.375.
Point
Because
37. Yeah.
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 0.375 times 2 is 0.75. Ain't no fucking way. Fuck buying engine mounts online. I just drilled that bitch out and it works. Passenger side is in and driver side's in. So we're gonna pull it back out, put the turbo kit on, new gaskets on the valve cover and oil pan. Pretty much just get it nice and pretty so we can go in permanently. She's coming back, Gabe. Yes, sir. Don't ask me why this is red. It looks better than that one. So we're doing this. I didn't buy this. This was just.
But why is it red?
I bought it. The valve cover is now on, and this is not gonna be your typical M54. As you guys know, M54s use these injectors. We're doing a little butt plug. We are putting these DI delete plugs in there. This deletes direct injection. Do I sound smart with the blue gloves on?
Yeah, they want to hear the terms.
Okay, direct injection sprays fuel directly.
Damn.
This M54 is gonna be port injection only. We're using Bosch 210s, which is 2100 cc. We're also deleting the high pressure fuel pump. All of this shit we're using to delete DI will be linked down below. And now you might be asking why we want to delete direct injection. Because it fucking sucks. We have real man shit going on now. To make our lives easier, we're gonna throw the transmission on now while it's still on the hoist. And you might be wondering what transmission we're gonna run on the M54. We will not be running the automatic transmission that came out of the car. Sorry for interrupting the video, but I want to address 2 questions you guys probably have right now. Where the hell did I go? And what the hell is on my head? I'm inside of a powder coat oven. This 5-piece equipment on my forehead is called a night buddy. Now, unlike your typical night buddy after the bar, this one actually helps you. It's a 230-degree LED bar with 4 changing modes. pretty sweet. If you're tired of not being able to see anything when you're working on cars, the good thing about the Night Buddy is it's attached to your head, so everywhere you look, the light will follow. Another great thing about the Night Buddy is it's super small and on the right side of your head, so it's not super bulky like most of the LED headlamps you see online. And since it's attached to your forehead, you don't gotta worry about big lights sitting next to you while you're trying to work on the car. Night Buddy is actually one of the greatest things to have when working on cars. The first time I worked on a car with Stephanie had one, and after that day I actually went home and ordered 2 of them. So I've been using these long before they sponsored the video. So if you want to get a Night Buddy for yourself and improve your lighting when working on cars, camping, or hiking, whatever the hell you want to do with it, make sure to scroll down the description and click the link and use code Wyatt Webster during checkout to save money. Thank you to Night Buddy for sponsoring today's video. We will be running. Holy shit. Yeah, I do work out, I promise, like twice a year. Yep, I'm back. My bad. So this is just a 6-speed manual out of a 335, so it'll bolt straight up to our M54. And to put down for the power that we're probably gonna be making, which is gonna be like 700 to 750 wheel, I got the highest spec X clutch that they sell. It's a twin disc ceramic, so that's good up to like 13,000 horsepower. So I think we'll be all right. Here goes nothing. Gonna jack this trans and then, whoa. Oh wow. This happens sometimes. Trans will give you some issues. You just gotta fucking like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know how I said I work out twice a year? This counts as one. All right, the motor and trans is ready to go in the E46, but since this was not designed to go in a 2005 3 Series, we're gonna have a couple issues. The first problem is this is the 335 trans mount, and that's where it's supposed to go. But it's got this bump right here, and this is flat, so the bolts line up, but the trans mount won't actually work. This is the transmission that we took out of the car, and if you take the mount off of this, and if you just stretch out the mounts a little bit, it will actually fit onto this transmission, just like that, so now the transmission will bolt up into the car. Our second issue is our new motor. The oil pan actually hits the subframe here, but that's not a big problem. There's nothing an angle grinder can't fix. All right, I just cut out a massive chunk of the subframe, so the oil pan on our new motor should fit now. We're just gonna pray that the subframe doesn't fall apart on the first hit. The rest of the fitment issues are gonna be once the motor and trans is in the car, so. Holy this thing's heavy. So we got good news and bad news. Good news is our motor and transmission's in the car. And the bad news is nothing lines up back here like at all. Like not even remotely close. First thing, my brilliant transmission idea where 30 seconds ago you guys were probably like, wow, why might have half a brain cell on them? I don't. This thing is off by like a whole 4 inches, so that's not gonna work. The second thing is our shift linkage is supposed to sit just like that, but where it lines up to the transmission right here is off by like a whole nother 4 inches. Last but not least, our steering shaft right here where it's supposed to connect right there. There is no way that would have worked with this motor mount. There's 2 ways we can go about solving this problem. The first way, we can be a pussy and just get them online, get the swap kit online, or we can do grown men shit and just build it ourselves. I bought the kit online.
Oh my.
Good night. This thing's gonna hurt some feelings. Stock engine harness. Get them out of here. Normally when you do M54 swaps, you use one of these bad units. The stock DME. I would have to buy a bunch of things like CAN bus adapters and shit like that, and we're not gonna go that route. Standalone ECU. Grown men shit right here. This will be sitting in the stock DME box, routing all over there. And the best part is there's really not that much wiring to do with it all. It's just, there's just like 100 things you gotta fucking wire. I am going to Albert Einstein this shit because there's no information. There's people who have M54 swapped E46s, but they film with potatoes and they don't fucking upload anything. So that's why we're here. We're not here to teach you, but we're here to show you grown men shit. Because I'm not teaching you either. All the pressure sensors, all the temperature sensors, cam sensors, crank sensors, fuel injectors, coil packs. Everything had to be wired from scratch from a wire that looked like that. But huge shout out to Liam Built. I would not have been able to get this done if it wasn't for him. I texted him about 300 times because I've never built an engine harness in my life. So now that our motor, transmission, and harness is done, while we wait for the tune, I'm gonna throw in the intercooler, radiator, and all the bullshit that goes on the front of the car. got the radiator support on there. Got the turbo permanently mounted on there. Charge plate, red blow-off valve, which matches our random red piece on the valve cover. Then the intercooler, I was able to make the M54 one fit. I just welded a stud to the radiator support and it worked. And surprisingly enough, the M54 radiator and fan fit in there pretty good. So everything we need to start the car is good to go pretty much.
Yeah. He's nervous.
It started! It started! It started! Okay, so what happened was the throttle was ready for a nasty burnout.
Yo, if you were in gear, I was cooked.
It started! Let's go! I don't care that RPMs went to the moon right away. That bitch started.
So first start up max ECU, sometimes it'll pin the throttle.
No, really?
So make sure you got your tuner online. Right now I'm the
He's the tuner.
tuner.
Cut it. Holy shit. This thing's ready to eat. I wired the pedal up on purpose like that.
What y'all know about that 12 valve coming?
You know who sounds like a coming. Better, definitely better. We got Greg from Gapo Garage, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but we're getting the tune dialed in before we take it on first rip. You guys don't know right now because this video is going to drop later, but we got both of our cars started in the same day. The first time the E46 has left the shop in about a month. I got the bumper, headlight. It's crazy looking downpipe for right now. For this video, there's a bunch of like little things that we just kind of made it work just for this video because it's been a whole month. But next video, we're gonna clean some things up, like do a fender exit and stuff like that. A lot of the wires are showing. We got the headlights in, a bumper though at least. So now it's time to see if I put it in first gear, if it actually moves. Dude, I've been driven a twin disc ceramic since the E92.
Rev that cocksucker.
And we also have no RPMs right now, which is sketch. Oh my God, it's moving.
Like butter. Yeah!
You guys have no idea how crazy this feels. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. No brakes, I'm not playing.
How bad? Like to the floor?
Yeah, like there's none. The e-brake's the only thing that just oh, it might be the hose disconnected from the brake booster.
Ah, that'll do it.
Ah, what's happening? No! How do I find a girl that does that? Well, that was scary. Our first voyage, we left like maybe 50 feet, no brakes.
Yeah!
It's moving! It's moving.
Dude, that's butter.
And we're on a base tune for idle. I was told not to drive it. We're driving it. This feels insane. Like, actually,
I'm sure.
The fact that I drove 4 weeks, dude, I can't stop smiling.
I bet.
The whole time. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot's done.
Wait, Wyatt?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go, bro. Look at that thing, dude.
It's just nuts.
Dude, I'm about to.
Ooh, he's about to what? Ah!
He's lucky I can't do a backflip or I bust. It's like, I can't stop smiling. Well, I reckon we keep driving it.
Yeah. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Damn.
I knew it. The boy got.
Please.
You lucky bitch!
That's
You
what
lucky
I'm talking
bitch!
about. I work on this thing for 4 weeks for nothing. Think like a twin. Think like a disc.
What
Did
is the
Man
twin
Armstrong
disc
say that
do?
one time?
No.
Come on, baby.
There it is.
Come on. He don't want nothing.
Not
He
a
don't want a
mother-
goddamn thing. Look, I can't read RPM, so calm down. I just feel like screaming at civilians right now. Wanna try downshift? Ah! Stop playing!
One kick!
Oh! Dude, I know I'm being alive right now, guys, but you gotta understand, guys. Now, this is a really bad idea, but we're gonna do the burnout 60-foot test. Tuner's gonna hate me, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah! Hello.
That was sick!
That was.
We're on gate right now. When we turn it up, it's gonna be bad. You don't like high RPM, but I do.
Ah!
Like you never even knew I was downshifting. Silence.
like a golf game. Sounds like a golf game.
Nice.
The
Nice job, bud.
yeah,
Hey, that thing hit some boost though.
dude. All right, we're switching drivers because gotta let the boy Trav drive for a second. You guys love it every single time he drives because we end up on curbs half the time.
Today we're not. We're taking it slow, safe. We're not at the bar. We didn't come back from the bar.
Yet.
We just only had one shot.
Oh shit! Yo! Oh shit! Oh God! Look at her go, man. Just a little grandpa spec 330 Ci. Yo, it sounds so crazy. Now, I definitely cut out a bunch of bullshit that's just boring for you guys to watch, so you won't really understand why it took so long. All I'm gonna say is this is the biggest relief ever.